So today we are finally kicking off Harvard School of Small Business. Sorry that the board is written on landscape while the board is structured on portrait. I actually told my brother to leave it like that because we want to just kick off. So welcome to Harvard School of Small Business. So the first thing I want to talk about today is starting up your business. What do you actually need? What are the things that you need to start a small business? Now, if you are doing a business that has structure already, or you might just learn one or two things, but then we are working with people who are doing small businesses now. Now, the first thing I want to talk about is motivation. A lot of people are against motivation, but at the end of the day, motivation is what will give you the energy that you require, the intention, the passion that you require to start a business. And this passion will eventually grow for you to be able to pick up signals of everything that is happening around you. When the passion is there, a lot of things that doesn't make sense before begins to make sense. You have to be passionate about what you intend to do, the business that you intend to start. You get the same way you are passionate about your football club, your relationship, and all those things. You have to be passionate about your business for you to be able to read and research very, very well about that business, so that you can be able to pick up nuggets and the knowledge packets that you need for you to run that business. This is what motivation will do for you. But motivation in itself is an intention. It grows the intention, but is not equal to action. Meaning that if you are inspired to start a business, you are pumped up about it, even though you read all the books in the world, you watch all the news in the world, it's not going to be equal to action. So if you need to go and consult people, or you need to go and buy goods, or you need to raise up capital, it is not equal to dreaming and reminiscing about it. Jim Rohn will always say that don't let your learning lead to knowledge, because you become a fool. Your knowledge should lead you to actually doing something. And then when you have decided to take up an action, you need strategy. You don't just start doing business for business sake. You need to learn from people that have done the business. You need to make calculated expenses and take calculated risks, So, for example, I will use something that happened to us when we wanted to start Harvard School of Small Business. We know that we needed a board. We had a board already, but we needed a duster. And when we went to the market to get a duster, we get this one for 1,300. But then when we came back, we saw that because we had something written on the board already, this was not working. And this is the strategy that we had at that time. But then the thing that eventually worked was this, right? This is not dressed in suit and tie. Maybe you might not be going to school. This is the material that we need at this time to work on this thing. And if you see, clean it up. Meaning that there is a stage of your business that you don't need to get people who are school. Maybe you don't need to start getting an office space. You don't need to start printing banners and handbills. You just need maybe creating content at that time, getting people who are just educated enough to sell your business and stuff before you start talking about scaling another strategy that will cost you money. So this one would eventually work and is actually more expensive. But at this point in my business, it's not really the thing that would help me to grow. So these are the things that actually would help you at long run. So to recap, motivation, and then grows the intention, and then you take an action, then you talk about strategy. When you have had a strategy and then have a steady traction, then you talk about scaling. So this is actually the basics of what we are going to be talking about in this series about growing a small business. But the thing that is most important is the day that you decide to take an action. Okay.